Daniel 8:25. And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but shall be broken without hands. Call halal Yahweh Bashem Nabashai Bashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, double honors to the elder bishops. Salutations to all my fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so now more so than ever. To the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, to be like unto the speckled bird, the Israelite foreigners among the heathens that look like the heathens. And to the Yakwath that are listening and learning, to you I say Shalom. This is your brother Malcolm from the branch of the Great Millstone here in Chicago, coming at you with another lesson in truth. So let's
Here are some FEMA executive orders for your information. Executive Order 10995 allows the government to seize and control the communication media. Executive Order 10997 allows the government to take over all electrical, power, gas, petroleum, fuels, and minerals. Executive Order 10998 allows the government to seize all means of transportation, including personal cars, trucks, or vehicles of any kind, and total control over all highways, seaports, and waterways. Executive Order 10999 allows the government to take over all food resources and farms. Executive Order 11000 allows the government to mobilize civilians into work brigades under government supervision, of course. Executive Order 11001 allows the government to take over all health, education, and welfare functions. Executive Order 11002 designates the Postmaster General to operate a national registration of all persons. Executive Order 11003 allows the government to take over all airports and aircraft, including commercial aircraft. Can you see their plans coming together yet? Time to stand up and fight back, folks, before it's too late. Here are some...
Yeah. Just bear with me for a second. I'm grabbing the scripture. This is Psalms 94:20, and it reads, Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by law? So through creating peace to save the people, they actually destroy the people. And they assign these mischievous laws, which also help to further their cause. And then they send these campaigns and commercials to push forth that which is proven not to be true. I'm not going to say anything medically, all right? But then it turns out that it's not true at all, you know. And here's one of the ways that they do it. And remember, the brother brought out that word media. I believe it was the elder Yashuam, if I'm not mistaken. It was either him or Apostle Gabar. I'm trying to remember what that word media. I know Kazak had talked about it before as well, but nevertheless, that word media, it comes from the word medium. Those are people who communicate, with spirits and things like that, and to cast a spell. And well, here we go.
We're going to talk about the great and almighty Netflix. Netflix, man, they running the show. But then I found out the secrets.
What's the secrets?
His great uncle was Edward Bernays, and he was the guy who invented propaganda. Sigmund Freud's sister, Anna Freud, gave birth to Freud's nephew, Edward Bernays, the father of propaganda. Bernays took his family's work in psychology and used it to help governments and corporations manipulate the minds of the public. Bernays manipulated women into buying more cigarettes by convincing them that smoking was a form of feminist liberation, and turned people into mindless consumers. Is it any surprise then that the great nephew of Edward Bernays is none other than Mark Bernays Randolph, the co-founder and original CEO of Netflix? Who better can manipulate the masses than Netflix? The CEO of Netflix, he's from Freud. He's a Freudian. We're going to talk about.
Starting to put the pieces together. And he was a doctor, right? So let's go get a scripture. And these scriptures are going to keep coming out. All right. But ye are forgers of lies. You're all physicians of no value. Because the truth be said, they're not physicians, they're doctors. And the word doctor means to falsify. You've heard the term when they say we'll doctor it up? That means they're falsifying something. When it's just like a revised version of an old book. You revise it, to hide information, because it's like I'm always talking about old dictionaries, old encyclopedias. If you can get your hands on old encyclopedias, that's why they get rid of them and they want to go digital with everything. Because it's easy to revise and control the information that's in it. But see, because when you have these old books that go back to the early 1900s, the 1800s, the 1700s, they just simply told the truth. In the height of their arrogance and the height of their pride, they just told the truth. Because most people of color at the time, in the Americas and in different places of the world, couldn't read anyway. Couldn't read English or the languages that were being used of Edom. So you can't call someone ignorant or stupid, or unlearned for not being able to read your language when they speak another language, when they're from a whole different culture, But that doesn't seem to be the case. When speaking about racially involved things, surrounding Jacob here in America in the, earlier part of the century and going back into the 18th and 17th century. Ignorance is in a lot of cases when dealing with Esau, Edom is created. All right. That's very true. So let's go and find this next one.
Give me 3 minutes of your time because you're going to want to hear this. What CSRQ SM will mean for your life and the future. CSRQ SM social management software is the program that will be used worldwide by select governmental and banking institutions when the financial reset occurs. The financial reset will be a complete restructuring of the current system and eliminating all existing fiat currencies overnight. The CSRQ SM software will intercept all banking transactions, all credit and debit card transactions, and all known financial transactions over a period of 3 to 5 days once the system is activated. The currency planned to be used is known as USDR. For those with a Japanese bank account, for example, their yen will be converted to USDR overnight. Nearly all countries on Earth will use the new system. The software is designed to process all financial transactions centrally and issue social credit scores for all users. When the conversion takes place, you will see new information when you log into your bank account, including screens indicating your social credit score. The score will operate on a scale of 1 to 1,000, with 1,000 being the highest score achievable and 1 being the lowest. No bank account shall contain more than 1,000 in USDR at any time for Class C accounts, which includes 99% of the world. Class C accounts will receive 1,000 USDR once at the beginning of each month. Separate accounts known as Class S accounts are reserved for government leaders and the highest echelons of the rich and elites of the world. Class S accounts can contain unlimited USDR funds and have additional privileges. Everyone must immediately comply with the new system. Those who resist, those who protest or complain online will receive immediate fines and deductions to their score and account.
So let's stop right there. Basically, the system is being set up similar to the one that they have going in China, to where if you say anything that that the government doesn't approve of, and that doesn't mean that you're saying anything bad or negative about anyone. You can just not agree and bring out valid points as to why you don't agree, and that is enough to have you labeled, a criminal or something of that sort. All right, and that's also leading up to the digital control, which is connected to Revelation 13 and 16. Which if you mention that, if you start reading that can definitely earn you a strike, because that's that's where they're going. That's their final card. But it's going to fail. All right.
Are you taking yours?
One more time if you missed it. All right, so that's gonna make me go back to the scriptures. I'm gonna read two more scriptures. One I already read. I'm gonna read it again, but this is Job 9:24. All right, and it reads, "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?" All right. So the earth, the wicked control the earth, and they're trying to be godlike with this control. And the Bible warns you of this, and they truly are going to fail. All right. As a matter of fact, it also makes me think of this scripture before I read the one that I started with, which is I believe it's in Job as well. Yeah, this is Job 14:5, and it reads, "Seeing his days are determined, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass." So there's a line, there's a mark in time where these Edomites will not be able to pass. They're not going to go past it. And we're getting very, very close, very, very close to that time. Okay? So once again, he comes with these resolutions, that he's bringing peace and stability and democracy. Grenade! You can't say democracy, because democracy comes at the barrel of a gun, at the toss of a grenade, at the firing of a missile, a rocket launcher, etc., at the taking of people's rights, lands, and hey, that's just what it is. And almost everything that's happened in the last century, in this newest century, and then everything that happened in the last century is evidence of that. They may come on the news and they'll use the media to try and say that they were fighting this just war and this, that, and the other, but in reality, they were, anytime someone did anything that tried to be independent of the greenback, to try to be, or try to control vital land that had, minerals or some sort of resource that they want. Next thing you know, that person is a proxy war. That person is labeled a terrorist or a danger, and they got to go over there and they go that eagle, they go running over there to bring them some democracy. Got to bring that eagle's coming to run to bring them some freedom. All right, and this is what I start with, Daniel 8:25 one more time, and it reads, "And through his policy he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand." And what that means is that they're going to try to fight the Lord, and the Lord's going to annihilate the armies of the earth. All right, he's going to annihilate them matter of fact, let me just grab it. It says, and I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit. That's Daniel 7 and 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit. The Ancient of Days is going to cast on all the thrones, all the mountains, all the hills. There cannot be any governments, all right, when the Lord returns, all right? There can't be any standing governments, because the government of heaven, the laws of heaven will finally be applied here on earth. That's what the Lord's Prayer is about. For all you people who have been ignoring it, who recite it and have no clue, all right? But the Lord is going to bring, on earth as it is in heaven. So the laws of heaven, the 613 laws in the Bible, or the 612, because the blood sacrifice is no more, the Lord became that. So it's not just 10 commandments for you foolish, ignorant Christians. So let me correct you. The 612 laws that will all be instituted, and they're going to be enforced by the 144,000 the 144,000 who are co-heirs with who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. All right, they're going to be the enforcers of the law to the whole planet. That's going to be the new government. All right. And quickly, I want to read this copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, education, or personal use tips and balance the favor of fair use. All right. Just wanted to make that announcement, because it dawned on me that little piece of music clip was in the beginning there. So and I also will post it in the title. So with that, all praises, glory, and honor be unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai by Hashem Rakakwadash wa Abba Babal Kwam Yasharala Shalom.